There. I think that's enough of that. And we will. There you go. Hi, folks. Rod's just putting on some pants. I think we're live. Hi. And I can see we have some friends in the chat. Coming to you live from my RV. Hi, Lemon Pie. Okay. Lemon Pie says, you can be honest. You are Greco-Roman wrestling for control. He means Rod and I. Uh, in response to this comment that I left. Rod and I are both here behind the scenes and starting in 1 minute. Oh, hey, fantastic. Beer time. Hi, Lemon Pie. Good to see you. Hey, well, I'll wait for Rod to get here, but then we'll have a cheers. Hi, good to see you, Lemon Pie. William Shakespeare. Hello, everyone. Margarita time. Yeah, it's always margarita time, especially in the summer. Hopefully, I'm coming through loud and clear here in the RV. I am parked on a hill. So if I look angled, there is a reason. And I think, Rod, you can hear me in the back. Rod's just backstage. I know you can hear me. So you've got the keys. You can let yourself on at any time whenever you're ready, buddy. He's just getting things ready. And ooh, Miss Photonic Madman, hello to you. Hello to you. Hi. Hopefully I'm coming loud and clear. Suzanne, hello. Hello to you. Welcome and hello to you. And saying hello to everybody. Very good. Hi. Tina the Naughty Dragon. Hello and welcome. Welcome to my RV. It's got a lot of postcards from my travel adventures. It's got, I don't know. Let's, I don't know if you can see those or not. Maybe you can. There. Yeah, sure. Take a look at that. No, I don't know if that's going to reach. Will that reach? Yes, look at that. Okay, so I've adorned it with some photos. So that you're looking at Marrakesh at night, the markets, the bazaar, right in Marrakesh. And that's the capital city of Morocco, Riyadh. I can never pronounce it correctly, but it starts with an R. Rabat. Rabat. And that's Karanjini Gorge. That's one of the gorges in Karanjini National Park in Western Australia. So that's those are pretty. There's Rabat. Speaking of the capital of Morocco, that's I did not take that photo. That is a magazine that I scored that's a magazine cover that I scored while I was in Morocco. So anyway, yeah, I'm just hanging out with, there we go, hanging out in the RV, waiting for Rod. Let's get ready. But and I have, like, on the ceiling, I have, like, what's that? Well, that's a map of Koh Tao. Koh Tao's in Thailand. It means Turtle Island, I believe. And there's Tikal National Park in Guatemala. That's got the Temple of the Jaguar. Oh, see, that's why there's a jaguar up there. Oh, that's a Dragon's Backbone rice terraces in southern China. Anyway, yeah, I decorated the RV with lots of travel stuff. Just why not? And yeah, of course, postcards. So yeah, I just feel at home here. I just love it. I think, Rod, you got to be ready. I can see looks like you're ready. You want me to add you to stage, Rod? I'll add you to stage. There you go. Hey, Rod.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, give me a second. I want to grab a beer.
The Naughty Dragon is here.
I'll grab a beer.
Oh, okay. William Shakespeare says broadcasting without pants has already been approved by the FCC in USA, at least. What is this? What, the FCC? That's the Football Club of Canada, isn't it? Some sort of soccer thing? I don't know. Hello. says Suzanne to everybody. Thanks for welcoming, Suzanne. You're very good at welcoming. I've noticed. Thanks. Hello, everybody. Oh, hey, look who else is here. Taylor Swift, greater than Disney, Star Wars, and MCU, and Doctor Who. That's Matt G. Hello, Jill. And yes, Jill was here. Jill was here. Right there. Yes. Correct. And oh, shoot. I had you highlighted just for a second, and I'll go right back to you. Who else is in the chat? You know what? Christopher Dominguez is here saying hello and hi to everybody. And our favorite Kiwi by the name of Carla is here.
Hey, Carla. How you doing?
Carla is here. Hello, everybody.
You, Naughty Dragon. Hello, Lemon Pie. William Shakespeare. Always a pleasure.
Hello, right? We got all kinds of people here. So, yeah, Rod, how have you been? I had a thank you. I listened to the whole stream. I actually listened to it twice. Thank you for doing a live stream the other night. Speaking of Carla Burton, and you guys went for 3 hours, and I listened to everything. It was fantastic.
Oh, thanks.
And you got me a climate change strike disclaimer at the bottom, so that's awesome. Thanks for that. That's the second one I've got.
Nice.
I'm going to go for double digits. Another climate disclaimer.
I'll have to listen to it again. How exactly did I bring that up?
You didn't. I don't think you said anything that was controversial, or as far as I know, who knows? Just by mentioning climate disclaimer, I bet you there's already a climate disclaimer put on this stream.
Oh, okay.
If I keep saying it.
Actually, yeah, I think I seem to recall.
Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, I seem to recall having said it at one time or another. I don't know anything supposed about climate change, and that was all I said about it. But I mean, like, it was, and I think it was referring to the movie Twisters, which, by the way, I saw today.
Did you just repeat the thing that got us the disclaimer? Did you seriously just do that, Rod?
Shit.
We're going for double digits, folks.
I should have.
Awesome.
I should have. Next time I'll change the words. I'll change the words, like like
Is it hot where you are? Because it's pretty beautiful here.
Yeah, it is actually, man.
Nice. The wind shifted, the smoke cleared up, because there's probably about 3 or 4 forest fires within, I don't know, 25, 30 kilometers of here.
Wow.
Maybe, yeah, they are all around the lake up here and the other lake and between.
Yeah, that's how I mentioned, what I meant, but but I was just talking about how goddamn hot it is, and that's right. And then the other thing is, I mean, like, I woke up I didn't wake up. I was already awake, and then like my TV turned on, my alarm, which is my alarm, and then I'm just kind of like, I'm laying there, and part of me wants to try and get some more sleep, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm up. What the hell, And so then I, put on my tank top, my shorts, and then actually went for a run, and then discovered that I couldn't. But then I discovered that I couldn't run. I could only slow jog or walk because there was so much smoke that I could not. If I ran, I'd be like, I'd be breathing in too much smoke.
That's it. I can't do exercise. I'd love to go for, like, I usually try to jog, I don't know, at least 4 times a week if I can, but not in this stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
Not in it. And Mike, if you want a link, just let me know, Mikey, and I'll send it to you on X if you wanted to come on
hey, Mikey,
in a little bit after Rod and I get a chance to. Rod and I are going to chat for a little bit, and then I'm easy.
Yeah. William, that's exactly right.
Like you can't do construction with this kind of smoke in the air. So, do you mind reading what? Oh, we can't talk about climate change in public.
Climber, Climber
that's
Chan. Climber Chan.
Yeah.
How about call it? That's what we'll call it. You know, Climber Chan.
Yeah. Well, they know the climate has always changed, right? Like,
Oh, I know they do. Hey.
There used to be palm trees in where the Buffalo Jump head smashed in is the name of the place.
Yeah.
And
when
now they're Drumheller. There used to be palm trees in Alberta. It used to be much better.
Oh God. I went down to Drumheller and Dinosaur Park and all that with family in the 70s, and man, well, I mean, it was hot, but I mean, it was like center of the earth, or center the equator hot, you know, like if you went to Cuba kind of thing, but like it wasn't a dry hot, you know, it was a humid hot, you know, but like now it's a dry hot, you know. The only wetness comes from you, and
yeah. So let me just increase
that AC unit is still working. Thank God.
Awesome. Yeah. So, do you mind reading Lemon Pie's excellent comment?
Yeah. YT is like, we don't have any other thoughts other than the party line, which is absolutely right.
Yep, correct. And
I saw how steamed Ranker Steve got when you mentioned a certain other female person that might be president, other than the orange guy.
Harris. Well, yeah, because if I don't know, like I don't know how American politics works exactly, but if Biden is not fit to be president right now, like if somehow they decide that, or he decides, does she go the next 6 until the election, the next 14 weeks or 15 weeks? I don't know. Yeah, that'd be funny.
That'd be real funny.
Oh, I would make fun of Steve a lot. Yeah.
Plus, the other thing is, would she be eligible for a second term, considering that she had 4 or 5 months in just in emergency or whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, I don't know.
But then again, Lyndon B. Johnson, he got his by default from JFK, and then his second election he lost to Nixon.
I bet you his friends called him Nixon. I don't buy that. So William Shakespeare in the chat wisely says FCC is the Federal Communications Commission, and he puts a side note: staffed by a bunch of overpaid monkeys, I'm sure.
Yeah, but the FCC also stands for Farm Credit Canada. So I can already think of a really funny Eminem song, because the FCC won't let me be my tractor be. I came up with a really good song, and then like, but like Farm Credit Canada. Yeah.
Do you mind reading Sonic Badman's comment?
Yeah. Putting those two words together automatically unleashes the YT thought police. Yep, exactly.
That is perhaps. Hi, Mikey C-4.
I wonder if they'd say that if I said Climber Chan, which is code for something else.
I don't know.
Climber Chan.
Hi. Hello. Oh, and 73 degrees Fahrenheit in Scarborough, Ontario, with humidity. Oh, yeah, that's. I bet you right now it's still up close to 90, and it's supposed to be like 95 tomorrow. So I'm headed to the lake, although that's where the fires are, and hope to Smoky. I know they've evacuated half of the lake, but I'm going to go to the side that isn't evacuated and hope for the best.
Yeah, and I misquoted during the thing. I said 2,000 and then 1,000 were out of control, and no, it's actually 500 fires in your guys' neck of the woods, or Alberta, and it's 200 are out of control. I forget how many are in your neck of the woods. Thanks, William Shakespeare.
420, believe it or not, and I know. I looked at it. I've got it on my I've got it on an app on my phone. BC wildfires.
Oh.
There's 420 active fires in British Columbia right now, but there's only really 2 fires that are out of control. Sort of within, I don't know, within my little area. But I mean, that's still 2 is. It's concerning. We're ready to.
I haven't thrown this out, but I should. I just wanted to show it.
Ooh, Phillips Brewery. Nice. That is a good beer.
It's yours,
That is
actually.
a-
I just haven't thrown it out yet because
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if this is out here. I'll have to look.
Oh yeah, right. That's the beer that I brought out with me when I came to visit you. Yes, that's a darn good beer. Anything by Phillips.
Yeah.
Phillips Brewery is in Victoria on Vancouver Island.
Yeah.
And, Matt Phillips is or was the owner. I'm assuming he still is. And
Hey, get out!
They started out small, and now they make delicious beer. And
Oh, good for them.
Yeah, they sell out. So good for them. Tina the Naughty Dragon says, "I pray at the feet of
Our YouTube overlords.
overlords. Praise be our powerful masters." Oh, I said that with a straight face. Yeah. See, I couldn't say it.
Yeah, exactly.
I stuffed it up. Hello, Philip Gaming. Hello and welcome to you. Today was the first day, Rod, in probably 3 or 4 days that it hasn't been smoky at all, which is really nice. It was good.
Yeah.
And I think tomorrow's supposed to be nice and sunny, so it's a lake day. I'm gonna get out and go camping as much as possible. I slept in a tent for a couple of nights there. That was fantastic, and set up the hammock right on the edge of the cliff overlooking the lake, and it was fantastic.
I want to get a couple of books out, and then or at least one more book out, and then, first of all, go to Cuba because the third one is going to be called The Cuban Assassin. See Through Love.
Okay.
But I'm thinking of an assassination plot to kill. Well, Castro's
In your
gone.
book.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
your book.
yeah. That's right. In my book there's a story about an assassination plot to kill a certain president, El Presidente. And but not only that, like I said,
Stand
wanna
by, folks. We're gonna have to do something here. I think we're losing bandwidth. Maybe we
lemon
can.
pie. It's too
let me
hot
just-
to put on pants.
Yes, too hot to put on pants. Let me just try this just for a second, Rod. There we go. That might help clean up the bandwidth a little bit. Yeah. So it is. It's.
Oh,
it's
I'm sorry.
beautiful.
Is my fan too loud?
Not at all.
Oh, okay, good.
No, you should. No, I think you're good, man. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
It is a little warm. It's but you know what? It's summer, and I love it. That's why I moved to the Okanagan. It's just here, and I don't mind as long as people are smart about their fire habits. And I think we can do that with education and just everyone, looking out for each other.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of water tanks. I notice a lot of people with properties around here, because a lot of the properties around here, Rod, are 5 and 10 acres, if not bigger, and with long driveways. And a lot of them are farms. And so people have big water totes at the front of their driveways beside the highway with big buckets that say fire water right on them. Yeah. And that's and shovels, people carry shovels around in their cars.
Yeah.
And just don't go through the woods there's no need to take a motorized vehicle through like up the countryside through
Yeah.
the mountain trails or anything. Like you don't need to take your 4-wheeler,
Yeah.
ripping through the woods. It's just not worth it. So as long as people are smart and about lightning, we've got to. I think our forestry practices can be better. I'd like to see that. I mean, for first of all, if you're gonna log, why not make a giant ring around all of our towns and communities?
Yeah.
Let's log a giant fire break around all of our towns.
Yeah.
Start there, and then in our major arterial roads, like a kilometer on each side of the highway, at least
Yeah.
get rid of some of that, and sometimes prescribed burning and preventative burning. They used to do that back in the day. They do that in northern Australia. They do that in several parts of Australia.
They're finding now that is well, not inaccurate, but like sadly, well, you know what happened? Like all these fires, forest fires, and everything like that. All that is the result. It's called the Smokey the Bear effect. I don't know if you heard about it.
No, and Smokey the Bear.
Well, that's the problem. Everybody loved Smokey the Bear, and that's the problem. Yeah. Everybody tried really hard to keep their stuff, and everything. But then, as a result, what happened? All the tinder dry foliage built up, and then next thing you know, you have one of these outrageous like hellfires from hell that just like burning down the forest because they're not allowing fires to happen organically, and like preventative burning prevents that. So I mean, you would think it would try to.
We haven't been doing any of that.
Yeah. But
Lemon Pie says, Rod, don't hijack us and make us all take a bus to Cuba. And hello, Dad Man. Good to see you, Dad Man.
Hey, old Dad Man.
Good to see you, Dad Man.
Dad Man.
Yeah. And Mikey Suez. Too hot, baby. Gotta run for shelter. Gotta run for shade. That seems like a song. I believe you. Hello? Hi. Welcome. Huh. Oh, okay. Cool in the Gang definitely applies here in Canada. Cool in the Gang. Yeah. Uh-oh. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, we won't be doing that. It's actually cool down at night.
No, my air conditioner, I'm beginning to feel the air, feel it in the air now that it's working.
Yes. Good night to you, Dad Man, and thanks for popping by.
Yeah. Did you? Okay.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, we don't get summer. We get like 2 months of like sun, and then like 9 months winter.
Pretty much, Philip Gaming. Yes. Pretty much. Oh. Tina the Naughty Dragon, do you mind reading what she has to say, Rod, please?
Yeah. We've been lucky in the peg here, little or no smoke from all the forest fires. Yeah. I mean, that's just it. I mean, like I said, I went for a run this morning and I couldn't. All I could do was a slow jog because if I said, I started running, and then I'm just like, and even then, every 200 feet, I was just kind of, like I had a Kleenex, of course, and but damn, man, like, yeah, I took pictures of it. And I even put it on Twitter too. Like, man, never seen anything. Well, actually, I have, a couple years ago, but I was also not the avid regular runner that I am today.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better, and I do. I never really used to run too much. Now I make a point of it, and you know what? I live in the country, so it's kind of beautiful. It's lovely to run around the neighborhood. Sometimes with my suit, and sometimes.
Well, it comes also from getting older. You're just like, man, yeah, and then also like, man, I'm single, so like, if I don't take care of me, nobody will. And then like,
Well, that's it.
and then
That's
yeah,
exactly.
and I don't know if you ever saw this movie.
Ooh. Yes, Jill. I'll look at that right now. Up in the. Oh, okay. That.
That's a George Clooney movie, and
Oh.
he plays a professional hirer. No, yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
So Anti Jill in the chat says Pleasant Valley Picker CA may have been hidden from a previous live stream. He's asking to be unblocked from the channel. If you know how from community settings in the YouTube studio. Okay, thank you, Jill. And I believe so. I will check. That is a possibility. I'll check on that. But yes, Rod, please. You know what? You're right. No one's. And the older I get too, Rod, your health is everything. And I believe it or not, have friends that have already left this world because they didn't take care at our age. We're roughly the same age, more or less. And I'm
in twice the shape of somebody half my age. So
great. Yes, I try to be. I try to be. We were at a party. We were at a huge birthday party with a whole bunch of us, and there was a little bit of yard games, and it was beautiful outside, and there was a massive lawn, and so we were doing some fooling around with the kids, and I gotta say, I pulled off a few handsprings quite nicely and landed them.
Nice.
And then yesterday, and I've got a video, folks. I'm gonna be putting a video on this stream. It's me doing a backflip into the lake off my buddy's boat, and it wasn't perfect because every time I go off a boat or a dock, I'm always worried more about getting out away from the dock or the boat.
Yeah.
And so I don't worry too much about height, and so it might not be high enough, or I might not complete it, but I just don't want to hit the friggin' dock with my head. And okay, thanks, Jill. Got it. I will do that right now. You got to stay. I mean, the importance of staying fit and healthy as you get older.
As I said, I was in fantastic shape in 2009 because I competed in a bodybuilding contest, my first and only one. But beautiful. I got down to 234.
Nice, man. Excellent for you.
Yeah, still 20 pounds away from that, but I'm real happy with my progress right now. I mean, as I said, it's been over a year of running 3 times a week and working out 3 times a week, and I've and it's and then the other thing too is like I don't want to sound like I'm criticizing other people, for being heavy, but I mean, like it's, but I mean, at the same time, like Stoicism says, it is a shame for a man to grow old without knowing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable, and like, I'm not, again, I'm not putting him down for that either, because it's also the consumerism of our capitalist society, that like the fast food nation, that like, people get so hooked on just the addiction of food, and like, if you look carefully, there's sugar everywhere.
There is. Yes.
I'm very happy that my parents taught me to keep an eye out for that. And like, when we had cereal, we didn't have Fruit Loops or sugar snacks or anything else like that. We had mom and dad fed us Shreddies, and I really like that. And and then they're like, oh, but you can only have 2 spoons of sugar. I'm like, well, hey, even a little bit of sugar is fine, and like, it was great, and then ultimately I graduated to Weetabix, but I don't think Weetabix is available in the States, but Weet-Bix is available down under, and I think in New Zealand, Carla. But no, I mean, like, just look at the packages and like, sugar, and like, I'll tell you one thing, I've actually been living on just protein shakes when I've ever since I started working as a trucker, and the biggest reason was mostly because, well, you don't have time to sit down and actually have food or anything like that. But like a protein shake, you can chug in like 30 seconds, and like that became to me a very efficient way of eating food. And I'd have 3 shakes a day, and away you go.
Wow. Okay. And you didn't get bored of that at all?
No, because the shakes I buy,
Okay.
they taste like McDonald's shakes, like so like yeah, they're called Mutant Mass, and I've been buying them for probably about 12 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, I buy them in like a 6 kilogram bag, which is great because it lasts for like about like 2 months.
Oh my! I
And
was going to say, holy crap!
yeah, oh yeah, it costs $100, but like when you think of the value, that's hey, I'm buying food for the next 2 months. $100 is just like, oh my god, that's a steal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially these days, you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
No kidding. As long as they taste good, man. And you know what? Eating right is important. As I've been trying to grow my own food a lot. Harvesting the 2 deer, the partridge that I've been getting, bush chickens as we call them around here.
yeah.
We've got local butchers too, like professional butchers that do local stuff. So I try really hard. Jill, that is taken care of. I've taken care of that, so that should be good.
See my potato garden?
Yeah, I did when I was. You put on pictures. I saw it.
Yeah.
It didn't look like anything when I was visiting you, and
Oh
then
my.
it didn't take long at all for them to come up.
Yeah. I'm gonna check them out tomorrow.
Ooh.
But I
Philip
guess we can
Ganger.
stop with the chit chat and let Jill in, and and get on with your Peruvian tour.
Oh no, that's on Thursday, Rod.
Oh,
This is just a different. Yeah, that's a Thursday night. Travel talk with Spidey on Thursday.
oh,
So
oh.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, we're
Oh,
just streaming. Okay, cool. Hey, we're done.
Do you mind reading Philip Gaming, please?
Yeah, Jill. Are you going to Vegas next week for the Star Trek convention? I'm going. Yeah.
You realize you just gave Jill a heart attack, Rod, because she's what? I'm supposed to now? What are we doing? What Peru now? No, it's Thursday. This Thursday at what did we say, Jill? Was it 8 p.m.? I think we're gonna be discussing Peru. I've got a bunch of great photos of Machu Picchu and Lima, and oh, dude, I think I took a bunch of photos of the seafood.
Huh.
That was nice. Okay, PvP is in the Phantom Zone, spinning a mirror through space. I know he's all good now. He should be good. And Mikey says, "Oh no, CSM, your picture froze." Yeah, when we started saying the ass word a whole bunch, I bet you YouTube sort of cranked the YouTube gas down on us. I've heard that can happen. So.
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you mind reading Antiderivative Jill? Can you do an Antiderivative Jill voice? Probably not.
I'd have to see here a few times. I mean, it's funny. I've been, hey, Philip Gaming. I went to the Vegas Star Trek convention twice, but haven't been back since. I'll not be going this year. It's too cool. Are you going? Are you going to sign autographs?
That's pretty good, Rod.
Best I can come up with for the moment.
To you, Antiderivative Jill. And cheers, Rod. Cheers to William Shakespeare. I know he was raising a glass earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, no, I'd love to go sometime. That'd be fantastic.
Sign autographs.
Sign. Oh, go ahead, Rod. You go ahead.
Sign autographs. Well, that would be awesome. Hey, hang on a second. Hey, get out.
Yeah, I'm down.
Knock it off.
$58 to $80 for what? No.
Hey.
I don't think I sent a message through to CSM. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mikey. Thank you. Appreciate that. I will check momentarily when Ron gets back. William Shakespeare says,
that was
Up in the Air, great film. Did you read William Shakespeare's comment? Yeah, Up in the Air is a great film. Actually, I think Rod meant to say Clooney played a professional
firer. Yeah, he flew around.
Firer? What
yeah.
the hell?
Yeah, no. Well, see,
Country laying off. That was his profession. Huh?
But, see,
I'll be damned.
Oh no, it was a very timely film because it came out in 2009, and it was exactly the time of like the 2008 housing crisis, and as we're it was exactly also at the right time that the economy was on the toilet, and he was in fact, all the people at the beginning of the movie, who are being laid off, those are real people who were laid off. They didn't have a job anyway, so they're like,
Hey, wow.
"Here, I'll do this acting job." And yeah, no, they were like spontaneously, like they were just asked to ad lib and just say it, and like one guy made I got checked out. One guy made a really touching speech about like, well, so what are you going to do this weekend? Go to movies, go to Chuck E. Cheese, go out. Well, I'm not. And then I was listening to the commentary, and the director said that he's like, how do you like that? I mean, like, what a country that like people would they would consider just a trip to Chuck E. Cheese a treat, sort of thing, and and like that's where you're saying like, all these comments are just real, like people were shooting from the foot, like when they were actually fired. That's more or less what they said. And then. My personal favorite, though, was the cameo of J.K. Simmons.
Oh,
yeah, and they filmed him together. Actually with Clooney and with, but he's like it's an award-winning scene because like Clooney was scripted, but J.K. he didn't have anything, so he ad lib and just flew. Yeah, and then and then he brought out the actual pictures of his two kids, and then he said, "And what am I going to say to my kids? Wow. You want me to? I mean, like my daughter. I'm just gonna hold her while she dies from the abs. And he sits back like I make $90,000 a year. I said unemployment's about what $250 a week." No, well, I can hold my daughter with her while she dies from her asthma. That I won't be because I won't be able to afford her medicine. And then like, and then like Anna Kendricks, she adds, "Well, children under mild trauma have been able to have been shown to dedicate themselves scholastically." And then he looks at her and he just looks at her and automatically he's just like, "Go fuck yourself." That's what my kids would say. And then but Clooney comes up, well, like I think his was written, like he comes up with a really good thing. Like he says to him, well, he says, well, you know why we like athletes, Bob? He says, I don't know why, because they screw lingerie models. And he says, no, that's why we like athletes. Kids like kids like athletes because they follow their dreams. He said, what are you talking about? And then he says, I can't. I said, well, I can't dunk. And then he says, no, but you can cook. I said, what? He said, your resume says that you majored in French culinary arts, and then you got a job at blank company, and so how much did they pay you to give up on your dreams? I mean, because like he said there's 100,000 people in that company, and like they clock in, they clock out, and they never have a moment of happiness. Now, how much did they pay you to give up on your dreams? Yeah. And then that literally flips the script on J.K. Simmons, and he suddenly said, "This is a revolution for you, Bob. this is a renaissance where you turn yourself around, and then that turned the conversation around, which also shows why George is such a professional firer.
Okay. I like both of those. Hi, I just want to take a moment to say hello to Real Wade.
Real Wade Nation
Gaming. Also, we have DJ Play Nice is in the chat with us. Hello, and PvP. Yes, I'm sorry about the confusion, man. Welcome back. I'm glad you are here. Thank you, and thank you, Jill, for getting me on that. That is an awesome avatar, DJ Play Nice. Fantastic. And PvP says, I could never sound like you, Jill. Your voice is unique. It is. However, Andrew Jill says Rod's impression of me is better than Scotty R37's. For some reason, that guy makes me sound like a Valley girl, which is obviously not right. No, obviously it is not right. I think it's just because Scotty has hung around a lot with Valley girls, perhaps. That's why.
I had to run my memories of listening to her and then like concoct her voice in my mind. And then
that was awesome. And yes, Gravity. Gravity was with Clooney and Sandra Bullock, and that was a good movie. And do you mind reading from our friend William Shakespeare? Yeah.
William Shakespeare says Rod is right. The timing of the film was just absolutely spot on with the tanking of the real economy. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, it was a fantastic film. I completely recommend it. Again.
Up in the Air with George Clooney. Yeah. Tina the Naughty Dragon says, okay, guys, this dragon is ready to curl up on my gold and go to sleep. Sweet dreams, everyone. Well, sweet dreams to you. And PvP says, thanks, Jill. You rock. And she does. And you're welcome, she says. And thanks, Spidey. You are absolutely welcome. And my wife, Suze, can find a lot of good deals on moves for us. That is excellent. Mike, you see what it's for. And, what is Philip Gaming saying there? A Ferengi gang was the original plan. I'm glad it was changed. It's hard to tell who's under all of that makeup. Do you mind reading Jill again? You don't have to do her voice. That was fun though. That was fun.
I may not like STP, but you're really awesome. And once a Vulcan, always a Vulcan. I think it'd be pretty funny if you're a Ferengi, like you're supposed to be.
Okay.
More practice.
Yeah, I don't like Star Trek Picard only because.
Oh God, I hate it.
I just have no interest in seeing him that old anymore. That's for sure.
It literally did what to Picard what they did to Luke in Last Jedi. You know.
Yes,
and then
I agree.
And with Indiana Jones in Indy 5, that I mean, like Mexican Ironman says, I'm really glad I lived long enough to see them destroy all my favorite movie characters.
Yeah, that's okay. PvP says I'm hearing the old Frank Zappa song "Valley Girl," with Jill doing the speaking parts instead of Moon Unit Zappa. His daughter. And you have that 7-inch, no kidding, 7-inch record. Yes, that's a record. 7-inch record. Okay, cool. It is a fun song. I'm not familiar with it. I don't think so. His daughter Moon Unit sang backup vocals on that track. No kidding. Yeah, I knew his daughter was named Moon Unit, and his son is named. Oh, it's a weird one. Is it Diesel?
Tracker?
Yeah, it's
Moon Rover.
I forget. That could be. William Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched any Star Trek at all. For some reason, I just have no interest in watching good things get destroyed. Well, exactly. Same here. 45s are 7-inch. Okay. I thought about, my mom had a lot of 45s growing up, and I think we broke quite a few of them, unfortunately. I remember one had the William Tell Overture because it was.
Oh man, I love that.
Yeah, I know. It was from the Lone Ranger, and it was I think that one got trashed. We should.
It's funny. I mean, here's another thing.
That's it. Thank you.
I've actually, yeah, I've actually gotten to have a massive appreciation for classical music because I had on the PlayStation 2. I still have it actually. A game called Mad Maestro, and it's just a little. It's just a conductor, and then this school orchestra invites him to just start playing with them, and they do, and then like as the game progresses, they go on to better songs, and like I feel really cool because I know Hungarian dance number 5 or Hungarian dance number 4, and the artists, and then like. To recognize, because that's the other thing. I was at, I believe I was like downtown at the downtown Edmonton, and like this rich couple walks up, and then and it was like in the Edmonton Square, like they're and then like, and then like just and then we all happen to walk up, and all of a sudden like this pianist suddenly, and he was a gifted pianist. He was like. Literally, like he was like as poor as dirt, and then like that little performance that I witnessed, he actually wound up getting not homeless anymore, and he got off his addictions because people wanted him for his piano playing, and he was he was doing some fantastic renditions of obviously William Tell Overture and Carmen. Carmen, but it's the Bad News Bears theme. Yeah, but like I recognized a lot of other really songs, and then like they both look at me like, and like I wasn't dressed bad, but I mean I probably did look like just somebody off the street, and the rich couple look at me, and then like I was like, oh. I just meant Hungarian dance number 4, number 5, and then like they look at me like I'm like and then like they move on to the next song and then the next song, and I'm recognizing all of them, and they're looking at me like and they're looking at me like I was like, who the hell are you? Yeah, how could you how could you know? I'm just like I play them on a video game. And then at first I started saying video game, but then I just changed it to like just an appreciator of classical music, and then they were just kind of like, I was like, how can you not? I mean, it's fantastic music and it's free. If you want to use it in your movie, yeah.
So Nicolas Cage's first film role was in Valley Girl, says Michael Suez. And William Shakespeare continues, Valley Girl was fun. I love Nicolas Cage. He's such a character. You got that right. And I think that's why people like him. He is. Do you mind reading this from our friend Lemon Pie?
Search, take this bus to Cuba for a funny Monty Python clip, possibly about Rod.
Awesome. I will check that out, Lemon Pie. Thank you. That's a good tip. Take this bus to Cuba. That's not hard to look up. Hey, hello, Snell Messiah. Good to see you. Welcome. Do you mind reading this?
Yep. Frank Zappa was a weird dude, but a brilliant musician, songwriter.
Says Pleasant Valley Picker. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. I from the 80s, of course I remember him.
Good morning. Oh, okay. William Shakespeare says, for anyone else who is a big fan of Nicolas Cage, you'll really need to see his film Pig, 2021. One of his best.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I've heard it as well. I might have seen clips of it. Yeah. That is excellent. Thanks, William Shakespeare. And T. Bird of Jill agrees. Oh, yes, I've been meaning to see that one. That is excellent. I'd also like to see that one. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I believe it. And now, isn't it a real, like, isn't it a live action film? Like, isn't there not a real
Yeah,
pig
yeah.
involved? And
As I remember,
or
yeah.
is it a CGI? I'm afraid, who knows nowadays? Maybe it is CGI, but it's meant to look like a real pig at any rate. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So I went and saw Twister today.
Twisters.
Twisters. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. And
Yeah, I gotta agree with Cameron Pasha. I didn't think I would like it, and it turns out I like it. I like it better than Twisters. It's good, and like it's a fantastic popcorn flick. It's just something. It's a great movie that you want to see. That you just want to go to theater and see. And like everybody in the theater too was just like, The only thing I will say is I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Cinema Sins, and one of his most famous lines is the Prometheus School of running away from things. And he was reviewing, Sinning, Prometheus. And there's a scene where this giant cylinder is like slowly falling down on Charlize Theron. And what's she doing? She's just running straight away from it. Straight.
wow.
just a little ways left or a little ways right. And like, you're not going to get crushed. And so of course he was like, so this is why I call it the Prometheus School of running away from things. And he's constantly used that in the movies. And I have to say, there's a scene in Twisters, where like I look and like I immediately started laughing because minor spoiler alert, but okay, this trailer is going to fall on a random guy. That's all I'm going to say. And like he's crawling because they're in a swimming pool, but they're in a twister, and
right.
so of course he's trying to stay down out of the wind, But then like I'm just kind of like I immediately start laughing, but then like I didn't think anybody would recognize it, so I didn't bother saying it. But like I'm just kind of like the Prometheus School of crawling away from things, and yet all he had to do was roll left or roll right, and like and this trailer wouldn't crush him.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. That's
Agreed.
the only
PvP says, Mikey says.
But
Yellowstone is still one of my all-time favorites from Frank Zappa. Okay, very cool. I know you'll enjoy that one, Andy Joe. Fantastic. Have you ever seen that? Oh, Pig is completely live action, and the pig I think is real too. There aren't many shots of the animal, but he's a sweet animal. Oh, cool. Very cool. That is excellent. Thank you. And we have
totally. Both of those are just
hi.
Hello, lads.
Hello. Hey. Do you mind reading your own chat, please, sir?
Sure. Nicolas Cage in Con Air and Face Off with John Travolta was great in both action films too. Yeah, absolutely was. And we own them both. Well, we own Face Off, but we need to get Con Air.
That's another great one, Lemon Pie. Oh, Wild at Heart. Bizarre, but good. Okay.
I agree. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting. And what is Red Rock West? That's hard to say. Red Rock West.
Yeah. That's a good film, PvP. That one is good too. Red Rock West. Yeah.
Rod, are you familiar with this Red Rock West 1993 movie? Maybe. Oh, you stepped up.
No, I'm not actually.
Oh, okay. I got your private chat right there.
Hey, Rod, did you ever see Leaving Las Vegas with Cage in it? No, that was good.
Been ages, but yeah, totally. That's it's.
Oh yeah, totally awesome.
Okay, with Dennis Hopper and Lara Flynn Boyle. Okay, interesting. Yes, and that we read already. And Pig is completely live action, and no pigs were harmed in the making of that film. Although now I have a craving for bacon. Right. For one of Cage's early films before he got famous. Interesting. I will have to look out for that one. Dennis Hopper, yeah, it definitely has to go on the list. No kidding, William Shakespeare.
Well,
There's so much time. I honestly think I'm gonna have to like break a hip or something in order to catch up on all these movies that I've missed.
well, I think you really need to buy for yourself, CSM and Rod, Easy Rider with Dennis Hopper and Jack Nicholson and
Yes.
and Fonda. It's a classic. It's a great movie. It really is.
Okay,
And then Dennis Hopper did a wonderful job in Apocalypse Now. In
again,
Apocalypse
absolutely.
Redo. Yeah, he was great in that. I like that. For the short time he was on. Yeah.
Rod, do you mind reading this comment from our friend
Sure.
PvP?
Yeah, Dwight Yoakam wrote the film's closing credits song, 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. Yeah, I remember that song. The musician made his acting debut in the film. The song went on to become a top 10 country hit. Sweet, PvP. Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually remember the country song.
Yeah,
Dwight
I
Yoakam.
do
Yeah.
not
I do remember that.
one. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And Rod, are you away or are you still here?
Oh, I think he said he'll be back. I'll
Okay,
be back.
right. Hopefully he will. Okay, good. And William Shakespeare in the chat says, "Yeah, Cage is one of those actors that elevates great films to awesomeness, and even crappy scripts, at least enjoyable to watch him deliver it." Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
Even
there was
bad
a Christmas movie, right, called Family Man that he did with Taya Leone. Now that
Oh, yeah.
was a very dramatic Christmas time film, but I think Cage did it well. I think he handled it.
Yeah.
Very dramatic role for him. Very touching role. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like Cage. I'll watch him. Pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Do anything.
My mother is a big, huge Nicolas Cage fan, so yeah. And we pretty much will see any Cage film, anything that comes out. So yeah. I wonder if he's gonna do. Oh, hey, welcome back, Rob. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Rod.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna do. Superman, because we saw the Flash. We saw the recent Flash film where he's in the multiverse and he's dressed up like Superman. Nicolas Cage is, but I don't know. Are we ever going to see that, Rod? I don't think we're
Probably
ever gonna see
not.
it.
I think it's. I mean, it's literally just like a blink and you'll miss it scene. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong. It was cool to see, and like,
I thought.
Yeah. The other thing too is I think we'll probably see him in Spider-Man Noir before we see him in Superman again. And like I understand they might actually be making a Spider-Man Noir live action. So that would be really, really cool to see Nick in it.
That'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see him in anything. Really.
Sorry, I went and got a lint roller because my kid is shedding, and like that's why I'm always like sitting there, kind of rubbing my face and all that, and I'm like, and I got tired of doing that. So
Of course.
yeah, and the PvP was asking me that. I think he was asking the question. Yes, that was the Christmas film. He gets to live his past he never had with the family he wished he'd had if he hadn't broken up with his girlfriend. Yeah, that was a great film. Yes, Family Man. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Was that Family Man or The Weatherman?
I think
It was. I know. It was, I believe it was called Family Man.
Okay,
Yeah,
I think it was
so.
Family Man. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I confused
Okay.
it with Weatherman, but
Yeah.
And William Shakespeare. Rod, do you want to read what William Shakespeare has to say, please?
so yeah. let's have us some Ghost Rider 3 with Cage before it's too late. Written and produced by Ryan Reynolds, please. Thank you. Yeah,
Right.
no, I agree. And yeah, because at least Reynolds is now proving his salt as a writer and director,
Right.
and
Well,
or
hey,
assistant director.
guys, have you had a chance, or I mean, are you guys going to go on opening day to go see Deadpool and Wolverine?
Oh God, yeah,
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to wait 6 days ourselves
I
to
think
get
so.
paid at the end of the month, but we're going to
Yeah.
go see it on the 31st, and then you guys are both invited to a live stream we're going to be doing on August the 15th, the following month, doing a full review of Deadpool and Wolverine. So
Oh,
you guys are
fantastic.
invited.
yeah,
to come.
absolutely.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I actually read some early comments on it. I don't want to give away anything because I want to go see it. We want to go see it ourselves. So we've been waiting for a while. But I'm starting to hear a lot more positives about it than negative.
Yeah.
I'm also hearing that they're saying it's the ultimate Deadpool film. So
Oh, really?
they're saying it's better than the other two. I'm really hoping it is. I really am.
Wow.
sounds like it. I've seen reaction videos and like Latino Slant
Yeah.
and others, like no spoilers, but they were just like crapping bricks, and I'm just like and like the only thing I don't like is that I mean it's a Disney's like, yeah, we did it, see, we can do it, and I'm just like, no, go fuck yourselves, man, your stock's in the toilet,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah. How much longer do you think Ryan Reynolds will be able to? I mean, I'm not sure how old he is, but credibly be able to do Deadpool. I mean, that's quite a physical role, of course.
From what I understand, he's a few years younger than both of us. Also considered Blake Lively is as well. So like
Right.
they're both in their 40s. So like, yeah, they're getting up there.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Want me to read this one?
Yeah.
Lemon
please.
Pie says, Lemon Pie says, Mikey is particularly excited about the idea of Wolverine in yellow spandex. Let me explain that. Let me explain that for just a moment, guys. The reason why is because I remember in the comic books when I used to read comics back in the day. I remember Wolverine being like in full yellow spandex outfit uniform with his claws and everything, and he never did that. And I don't think he ever returned to that in any of the previous X-Men films he was in, or even his Logan.
Never did.
So the two of us watched all 3 trailers, including the teaser, and he's in full spandex. I said, oh my freaking God. I mean, this is awesome. They're going right back to the comics. They're honoring it. And Ryan Reynolds is so awesome about doing that. So that's cool.
Hi, Tony.
So that's why.
Hey, Tony. Yeah, no. And you know what else?
Thanks.
In case you forgot, when they all try on their costumes for like the final fight in X-Men 2000, and then Wolverine looks at these and he's just kind of like, you guys fight in this? And then Cyclops looks at him and he says, Cyclops looks at him and says, what would you prefer, yellow spandex? And then, so
that's right. Hello, Daddy.
I remember that line. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Ryan. Yeah, I remember that.
oh yeah, no, and like
in the plane, right? He said that in the plane to him, and he said, "What?"
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, William Shakespeare says Hugh Jackman is currently 55 years old, and he looks pretty damn jacked in the new film trailers. Very encouraging for all of us. Oh, well, I believe it, man. I mean, that's only a couple of years younger than me.
He can still fit it. I mean, like I'm turning 50. I'm turning 59 years, gentlemen, this coming September. So that means I'm only 4 years older than the man, and he's fitting in spandex. I'm like,
yep. Good for
I mean,
him.
come on. I mean, that's just, I'm embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed if I tried to fit my age in that kind of outfit like that. But if he can pull it off, and it seems
Good.
like he did,
Yep.
I'm happy for him. I really am.
Do you mind reading this, please, Mikey?
Yeah, sure. Daniel's Hot Topic says he's so excited that San Diego Comic-Con is tomorrow, and they may reveal a trailer for X-Men 97 Season 2. Yeah, the animated. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Raquel, SSG 2211, and Moira Kitty and I. We all watched the first 10 episodes of the rebooted X-Men 97. Basically, they called it like Season 6. It was so exciting. It was great. I mean, I'm not a big animated person when it comes to animated films, really. But I mean, the X-Men 97 was fantastic.
Nice.
And then they greenlit it for a Season 2. So if they show a trailer for that, that would be great. Yeah, that would be good.
Kid Lemon Pie. Yep, he deserves it.
And then it says he likes to give me crap about the spandex. Yeah.
Of course. Cheers. Cheers, Starkvar. And, so PvP says it was 6 years between Deadpool 2 and 3. If it takes that long to do a fourth, it would be questionable. If they did another in 3-4 years, I could see it. Yeah. Okay.
Me too.
Well, you know why that happened, right? Because of the Fox merger, and then actually, like, Disney probably didn't even want to. They were like kind of like, we don't want to do an R-rated. And then like Ryan's just kind of like, fine, fuck you, I won't do it. And then like, and then ultimately, and then finally they're like, sure, fuck it, let's go for it. And like, but then it was also like at the very beginning of their 2 or 3 years ago at the end of their, or at the beginning of when they started to go downhill.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And PvP.
Yeah.
Do you mind reading
that? Yeah.
Okay. Must have worked out. Well, you can do it. Yep. All right. Tony Stark is knee deep in production and adjustment. So awesome. Good luck with that, Rod.
Yeah.
Lemon Pie says, now you've got PV all revved up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he's
okay. So
agreeing
PvP
with you.
says, so Mikey, no spandex in your future? Don't feel bad. Me neither.
Mhm.
Well, I hope not, PvP. You're 66 years young, buddy. I don't think you can fit that. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, my sister, she doesn't want to
Nice.
see me in spandex either. Amen. I will not do that.
No.
Uh, Daniel
Oh,
says, I
wow.
read there is a chance that Hugh Jackman may stay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after Deadpool 3 for years to come. I hope so. I hope he goes back to it because, according to what I understood, after he did Logan, this is, before any of this came about. After Logan, he did say in an interview, and I watched it on YouTube, he said, I didn't want to do it anymore because he was done. I thought he was totally done with it.
Huh.
And for some odd reason, Ryan Reynolds was able to pull him out
Studio
of
publishing.
semi-retirement and
Actually,
let him do it.
Right.
Actually, believe it or not, and look it up. There's a recent interview on YouTube with Reynolds and Jackman, and it was kind of like that first sort of teaser trailer, and that is Ryan's like trying to come up with ideas for Deadpool 3, and he's just kind of like, I don't know, and then all of a sudden like Hugh Jackman walks by in the background, and I'm like, and then we got it, and I was like, hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time? Sure, Ryan, and then he walks up while he's drinking a beer, and like it, that was almost how it went, almost. I mean, like what it really was though was like, Jackman was pumped to play Wolverine again, and like he asked Ryan, and then Ryan just kind of like, it just, light went on over his head, and then he was just kind of like,
Ding.
Yeah.
So,
Maker.
Exactly. Yeah. Like William Shakespeare says, he bozos like money because I can fill up the theaters. And they're like, yes, please, Mr. Reynolds, save us. We're dying over here. Which they are.
Hold on.
You definitely are. Yeah, exactly. And
They're testing our alarm again. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a moment, okay?
he's not
yeah, no
interested
worries.
in doing that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he
let's
has. But oh
Disney?
yeah,
Okay.
didn't yeah. But also, I saw in the trailer though too. Though, like, it's funny you say that because Deadpool comes up to like he has Wolverine on one arm, and then like he says to somebody else like Disney asked him to do this. They want him to keep playing him until he's 90. So
Yeah, that could be William Shakespeare. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Disney has not made a lot of friends recently. I think they certainly haven't been making.
No.
I'm not sure why they haven't merchandise from any of their movies that they've put out in the last 5 years. Not a single, really, not a single one of those movies had much merchandise associated with them. So I don't know. That is too bad.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think Reynolds does think Disney's number one now. Well, because of what they allowed him to do.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut anybody off.
People are getting a little bit fatigued with the People are getting a little with the MCU, but Deadpool and Wolverine together would be an exception to that. I think people will go see that.
Yeah. I would watch the shit out of that. Right. Yeah, of course.
And I'm glad that Twisters was good, Rod. I'm glad that you seem to like that. That's awesome.
Well, I actually happen to know a lot about Twisters. I mean, I did a lot of reading even in the 80s. See, 1986 science year.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
And and like everything I could find in the thing about tornadoes, I read. And like,
yeah, exactly, with real picture books back in the day.
Yeah, and I was disappointed when I saw Twister.
Yes,
and
you should do that.
Well, no, I did no, the first one. I did like it, but I mean, like, the science was a little off, because you see in this page, this picture right here.
I'll make you, as long as we don't. Yeah. Let's go big. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Yes.
See those lines?
Yes.
That's because they've realized and theorized that there were mini twisters in the larger tornadoes. That was something that Twister missed. And like, and they figured it out just from like the tracks, that made by tornadoes. And like, I'm just kind of like, I was waiting to see that, especially like at the very end when they're inside the F5. I was waiting to see like multiple twisters going in a circle, and it said they just simply made a giant cone, and I'm just kind
of course.
Well, that's disappointing. And no, but I mean, like, I also know too. I mean, like, tornadoes, funnel clouds travel southwest to northeast. So if you're in your house, if you're in a basement, go to the southwest corner of and stay there until the tornado goes. Otherwise, if you're in a house or apartment, dive into a bathroom and like in your bathtub. That's the other things I've learned. Again, like I said, and they always travel in a southwest to northeast path. And
okay, right.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, you guys have probably never. I mean, well, Spidey, you've probably never seen him out there.
No, I can't say I have anywhere in my travels, really. No.
I would say that I would say that the mountains probably offer a big blocking mechanism for the.
I think so.
For the funnel clouds. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, no. And actually, the night before the Edmonton tornado, which, by the way, we're moving up on the 37th anniversary of, in Black Friday, January 31st, July 31st, 1987, when an F4 Twister tore through Edmonton. And the other thing, too, is if the F4, if it was today, if that happened today, it would be rated as an EF5. The speeds would rate it as an EF5. Like the most maximum.
They've changed the ratings.
Yeah.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. I think they just re-rated them, the speed ratings. I mean, I will say the F4 was actually just below the speed of an F5, and like it was large enough though. I mean, like it was like several blocks wide.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, I don't know much about that part of Edmonton's history. Mikey, you're Canadian. Do you know anything about that history?
About what there, CSM?
About the Edmonton tornado.
I heard about it. We actually do have tornadoes sometimes, little mini funnel clouds here, near Toronto.
Yeah.
I think they recently had a little twister here and caused some damage in the suburb.
They're still testing that alarm, aren't they? Goodness.
Yay!
Yay! It works. Okay, shut it down.
Yes.
Yes, we get it. We gotta sleep though.
Yeah, some of us have to sleep. Well, and then some people actually have to work. We're retired, so we don't care. I mean, we don't worry about that. But there's other people I know in the building that have to get up in the morning and do stuff. Yeah, so.
And no, Daniel's Hot Topics says I hear some more characters from the OG Twister make cameos. No, actually, they tease the mom.
I don't think
as they do tease the mom as possibly Helen Hunt, and it's not. In fact, I looked at her and she's like, "Why does she look familiar?" And then suddenly I'm just kind of, holy crap, that's Maura Tierney from News Radio.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no.
Wait,
there's nods to them. But that's it.
That's oh yes, yeah, it is a classic cult disaster.
It still is. Yeah.
Sorry, I hope they don't keep that on for too long, Mikey.
Yeah.
That's just horrible. But I'm it's midnight anyway. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing for too much longer anyway. But oh hey, look who's here, our friend
Raquel says, "Gee."
Not the damn alarm, and she says, "How goes it? Good to see you. Hello, hi, Raquel. Welcome. We've just been listening to Mikey's alarm. See, there's his alarm.
Well, not entirely, but.
Mikey,
nice.
Your romance with your wife is too sizzling and keeps setting off the fire alarm. Yeah, sure, Lemon. Sure. Sir Lemon. Yeah, I know, Raquel. Dane alarms. Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Well, at least
it stopped. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
That's exactly, Carla Burton. That's what I suspected. Why they changed the ratings, so they can say that climate change makes worse tornadoes, just like they changed the definition of vaccination. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for the disease that shall not be named. Yeah, it happens. Raquel says, yeah,
it happens. Hi.
Hello,
hi. Raquel. Hey, great to have you there, Raquel. And in fact, Raquel, if let me just put that in there, and anyone else.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's that PvP. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is
Some folks,
unfortunate. PvP, yes.
they're
Yeah.
probably testing it or resetting it or something.
She
That's-
says
it
maybe
would
I
get-
should have Mikey alarm as my ringtone. It would get my day started real fast. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it'd be great for the morning. It would wake you right up, Raquel. Guaranteed.
No kidding.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah,
I
exactly. Yes.
I worked in a hotel up in Whistler ski resort for a number of years, helping to run the maintenance
Oh,
crews up there. And so
Yeah. Did you work at Chateau Whistler?
no, I worked beside it at Club Interwest for a while.
Oh,
And and then I
'cause
worked down in
I used to book
Creekside.
rooms for Chateau Whistler with
Oh,
CP Hotels and Resorts. Yeah,
yeah,
back in the day.
oh man, they are fancy. The Rolling Stones once booked out their whole top floor. That was at one
I
time
heard
the
that.
nicest. That at one time that was the nicest hotel in all of Whistler. And the concierge
Yeah.
people, they all had like poofy pants where it only went down to their knees, and then knee-high socks, and then poofy hats, and they looked pretty stupid. Actually, it was great, and we made fun of them all the time.
Let me
Wow.
say
Yeah,
this,
no,
and
they
I
were
will
very-
not get us. I will not get us blocked.
Okay,
Okay.
So they say climate change makes worse tornadoes, just like they changed the definition of nation for the COOF.
yes,
Futiki.
Yep. now we yeah. Sorry, and then, alarm to wake me up. Yes, no, that'd
Yes.
definitely do it. Clearly, the increase in Sharknadoes points to a problem. Well, see, that's the other issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of Sharknadoes, Sir Lemon, we own all 6 Sharknado movies with
Are
Ian
there
Ziering
six?
and Tara Reid. Yeah, they're funny as hell. I
I
love
even
them.
know there were 6. That's
There,
Yeah.
there are 6 films. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I've been in a hurricane. I was actually in Venice, Italy, and saw a hurricane pass through there. I was in Cuba and saw a hurricane pass through there. And I did a Caribbean cruise on Carnival Cruise Lines, and we had to do the tour in reverse order of the itinerary because of a hurricane passing through there. I've been in Japan when I was living there. I saw lots of typhoons come through, and the typhoon itself doesn't kill a lot of people, I think, but the mudslides afterwards take out some Japanese people, so
Yeah.
that's a problem. And the floodwaters. And many
Yes.
Japanese people sadly can't swim or choose not to learn, I guess. Or it's not a big thing.
Well, I just remember taking a cruise with my parents. We took one of those Alaskan cruises, and it was on the MS Worcesterdam.
Right.
And we were supposed to land in Sitka, Alaska, which is an old Russian settlement. Something I really wanted to see myself, but we couldn't because they said there was 30-foot waves, and the winds were going at over 70 miles an hour, and the tenders, the boats from the cruise ship, couldn't land. Nothing could land, so we had to bypass. Yeah, we had to bypass and move on to Vancouver and Victoria Island, British Columbia. So.
Oh yeah, I lived in Victoria for a while. I was in 2010, 8, 9, and 10.
Did you do the high tea at the Empress Hotel?
My fiance at the time did, and I watched and waved hello, but no, I had no interest in doing that. I think I went and had a beer next door at Big Bad John's pub.
My folks did, and I did.
Yep.
That was one of my dreams. It's crossed off the bucket list. I got to do it. It was good.
My folks did as well.
Very good.
They said that the tea and the dessert cakes were delicious.
Oh, it was awesome.
And yeah, Raquel, I didn't know you only heard a few tornado sirens. That was it. Okay. Kind of odd. Usually it's a bit more than that. Well, hey, good. Lucky for you. Excellent. Mike, do you mind reading that, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, as you guys may or may not know, Daniel is in Bellwood, Ontario, so he's not very far from where we live here in Scarborough and Toronto. He said this summer is the hottest summer on record. We lose a foot of snow every year, thanks to global warming. And let me tell you, I remember back in the '90s, the snow was so high and so much here in Bellwood. Yeah, I know you told me about that, Daniel. Well, see now
Yeah, no kidding.
since I moved here, with my wife back in 2017, I've only been living in the Toronto area for 6 years now. It'll be 7 this coming September 8th is when we moved here. And I tell you, I've seen some odd weather.
No,
I've really seen some blizzards and brownouts and
Yeah.
power outages and yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Continues
right.
on. Daniel's Hot Topics continues on. December 2023, there was no snow at all. It was like an extension of the fall. That is
Yes,
excellent news. That is, sadly, I was just having this discussion with some friends of mine the other day about how Australia has lots of poisonous snakes and sharks, and they wouldn't want to live
Yeah,
there.
he's right.
But yet we have forest fires that I'm all too familiar with in the summer, but also in the winter, cold kills a lot
Yes.
of people in Canada, unnecessarily a lot of people in North America, and it far more than any animals
Oh,
killing
yeah.
Australians.
Oh, I
It's-
agree.
It's sad. So you know what? If you didn't have snow, then hopefully Canada is getting a little warmer. Hopefully North America is warming up a little bit, and we won't lose so many people to the cold. I think it's 5 times more people died from the cold
Yeah.
than heat. So hopefully it does warm up. Hopefully, I don't miss snow. If you want snow, go to Whistler Mountain. I've had it enough snow.
Well, my
And
brother
I'm sure
stayed.
the homeless people in around Canada, which there are many, probably don't want snow either.
Yeah.
Have you gentlemen been to Banff Springs, Alberta? My brother and his wife stayed
Yes.
at Banff Springs Hotel there.
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I just haven't stayed at the hotel, but I've
Yeah.
seen it and it's majestic. And
What is
Yeah.
Carla talking about? And go ahead and get dirty, perverted if you want, but what the hell is she talking about?
I don't know, but she has Red Dwarf in her avatar.
I know.
Carla, don't forget, I'm going to be starting a webcam series on Red Dwarf starting September 2nd at
Interesting.
12 noon every Monday. I'll be doing 2 episodes reviewing Red Dwarf, the entire series. So I hope you come for
I
that.
like
Carla.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
There aren't many people that are doing Red
It's
Dwarf. I
funny.
found that out. There aren't barely any YouTube channels that are examining Red Dwarf per se. And I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it.
It's such a funny series.
It's hilarious.
Huh.
Yeah. There was an old college buddy of mine. He sent me all these. I guess you guys are still old enough to remember VHS tapes.
are
He
you
sent me
kidding?
a whole stack of them, which had every single Red Dwarf episode on them, and I watched every single episode, everything.
Dude, I'm only 6 years younger than you.
Really?
53.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
And I have a
said, I'm
question.
only 59, so
I have a question.
right now I'm the same age as she. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Are you going to Scarborough Fair?
Nice.
Like we sage, rosemary, and thyme. Simon and Garfunkel, yeah. You know what? The best version of that song is when they were in Central Park. So I'm old enough to remember that.
Oh, right on. Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Central
I
Park?
had to ask that after.
I quite enjoyed the Central Park. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great pairing of the duo for that.
Yeah.
One of my wife's, because she's the same age as I am until September. We're both 58. But I like to think she's 38, so we'll go with that.
No.
Sure, we can do that. But she remembers when Paul Simon on Saturday Night Live dressed up as a turkey and saying "Still Crazy" after all these years.
Oh my
I don't
God,
think you guys
that's
remember that.
hilarious. Okay,
It is.
Carly
It is the
Burton.
most funniest. It's one of the most funniest segments you'll ever see. I mean, yeah, it's on YouTube. You can find it. Just look it up under
Okay.
the Saturday Night Live channel, and you'll find it. Yeah, it's hilarious. It is.
It
nuts.
is pretty girly indeed. But I don't know. Maybe like maybe that's a good place to go meet girls.
Maybe.
High tea at the
It should
Empress.
tell- yeah.
And thanks,
Oh.
Lemon Pie. Love having you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we love having you, Lemon.
Love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Stream with
Okay.
Appian on Sundays. I like Appian. Shout out to Appian too. Oh, okay. Here's what. Rod, do you mind reading Carla Burton's chat,
Yep.
please?
Parsons
Mhm.
yeah.
In New Zealand, the national weather recorders were caught throwing out statistics they didn't like. And they announced we had the hottest days on record. And people went on newspaper archives from the 1800s. Oh, that actually kind of
Cut
sounded
them
west.
out.
I cut them out.
Cut
Cut them
Wow.
out. I don't think she's saying
I
they
believe
cut
it.
them out.
Cut them out.
Not
That's
surprised.
interesting. That's cool,
But I
Carla.
mean, you know, I have no doubt the climate is changing. No, of course, it always has. One thing that's always change. Palm tree, like we were just discussing, there used to be palm trees up in Alberta, which is so it used to
Really?
be a lot hotter than it was when the dinosaurs were around.
I didn't know they had palm trees out there.
Yeah, they did.
Alberta.
I remember seeing it too.
Because it was much
Wow.
warmer and back in the days of the dinosaurs, did you see how lush and green everything
Yeah.
appears to have been? So it's more carbon is more heat is. I know plants like heat. I know my tomatoes and peppers do not like the cold. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
So
But
why
Tony
is
Warren-
Rod saying, why are you talking like Scarlett O'Hara?
Yeah. Okay. That's. Yeah, see, that's what I thought a southern accent.
hungry again.
Yeah, a southern accent snuck in there. I was like, I'm trying to separate it from New Zealand,
Yeah,
trying to say a little more Kiwi, and like sorry, I know you don't like Kiwi.
That's funny.
And I think Carla was trying to make it sound like the girly mom, or something like that. Girly mom. I'm a girly mom.
Yeah.
Sounded too girly.
Well, hopefully, unfortunately, hopefully Daniel's Hot Topics has good air conditioning, or hopefully you're not overheating too much.
I hope so.
Hopefully not, buddy. Hopefully you can get near some water, or go tenting, or do something cool. And you know what, humans. The climate is going to change, and we are good at adapting. If there's one thing that humans can do, we can adapt. So
Yeah,
we will adapt no matter what. The Earth is going to change. It always changed. It always will change. It just does that, and so humans can adapt. I have faith. We're pretty smart. We're pretty. But
I kind of still agree with George Carlin, which is like, the Earth is going to be fine. It's going to shake us off like a bunch of fleas off its back. Humans are fucked.
the Earth will be fine.
Oh, yeah.
So,
We'll adapt and overcome. We'll
No.
learn.
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
we'll make
you know.
it. Yeah.
We'll build
make it.
mech armor
I-
suits with air conditioning.
I anticipate, for us anyway, in this part of the country, I anticipate that we'll probably more than likely have an extended fall. And like Daniel said, last year there was barely any winter. I barely even saw any snow on the ground here. And we live right near Lake Ontario, is where our suburb is. So
Right.
if
Yeah.
if I see the lake frozen, completely frozen, then we'll probably get some decent snow. But I didn't see a lot of that frozen Lake Ontario last year.
yeah.
The
I
lake
pretty
really
much
affects
know
your
what
weather, too.
Daniel's talking about. Yeah.
The lake is big enough; it actually affects your weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Staying
That's
cool
good,
there in
Raquel. I'm glad you're staying cool there in Texas, because
Good.
Texas and parts, all of Oklahoma and parts of Texas, especially in the northern part, they get a lot of humidity, don't they? I don't know if you have you ever been there yourself, CSM? You ever been to
Yeah.
Texas or Oklahoma?
I have not, no, but I would love to go. I would
Mm.
absolutely love to go. We just need the Canadian dollar to be equal to the American dollar again, like it was a few years ago, and I can afford to go.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've been doing our finance minister looks like she's addicted to several substances that I probably shouldn't mention on YouTube. So that's who's been running our economy is not great. So I don't expect our dollar to be equal to the American dollar anytime soon.
What
We
is
shall
what is
see.
the oh yeah they do. Right. I agree with you,
Yeah.
Raquel. Beer.
Beer. Oh, that was Rod. Yeah, that's not me.
Oh.
We'll get beer.
Oh, apparently we're in the end of a cooling off period over 1,000. Yeah. You know,
Over
in
1978.
1978, and we're old enough to remember that, Leonard Nimoy had a TV special where they were talking about the coming ice age and global cooling and how we were headed into an ice age. That was 1978.
That was in his In Search Of series.
There
He
you go.
narrated 6 seasons of In Search Of, and one of them was another ice age or global warming. He was even talking about it back then, and I was like, okay.
Ooh,
You know, I mean,
I didn't know
I
that.
binge watch. In fact, I'm planning next year to do a live stream about In Search Of, and I was able to find this guy named Spock Rockatansky. That's his actual name. That's his YouTube channel, and he has all 6 seasons of In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy doing the narration.
Fantastic.
Oh, cool.
I know.
That's not public domain though, isn't it? Like, how would you?
Well, it's available. I mean,
okay.
I guess it's public domain, and since it's available and you can download it, I downloaded every single season he had on there. So.
That's fantastic. That's excellent. Yeah.
Well, there are some. Yeah, well, there's some random movies that you can just find. You know, I mean, like somebody uploaded the entire movie of Firestorm to YouTube, and nobody said anything.
Right.
Yeah, and I downloaded, like, I'm still doing reviews. Starting back in September, and still doing reviews for The Greatest American Hero. I found it from a guy named Film Rise Television, and he had all 3 seasons, including the one spinoff that would have happened with a female. It was going to be called The Greatest American Heroine, and it starred Mary Stewart as a character named Holly Hathaway. That came 4 years later in 1987 on NBC, but it was a spinoff, a pilot episode, and it never came about. So,
wow, yeah. Okay,
and it's on there. So officially, if you want to think about how many episodes Greatest American Hero had, it was 45 episodes, 44 from the regular series with Ralph, and then the one. So, yeah, and I have all of those. I think I'm working on season 2 right now of that. So,
nice.
Then of course that was followed by A-Team, and I've seen all the A-Team episodes, all 5 seasons. So, yeah.
As a kid, I was a big fan of A-Team, and then suddenly, I think it was like, I don't know, it happened to me, and I had like a coming to grips music, in like I don't know, again, third season, and I just suddenly realized, man, these dudes all have guns. They're all like, they fire like 1 million bullets, and nobody dies, or at least nobody even gets hit.
Well, there was one guy that one guy that did get killed in the series. This was towards the end of season 4. The actor Jack Ging played him, and he was a colonel that actually caught the A-Team.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, that's okay. So basically, in the episode, and it featured Tia Carrere also. So it was a very great episode. And what happened was this general caught them and said, "I need you to go on this mission to go find my daughter who had disappeared."
Hail Nat M. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Hello, Nat M. Good afternoon from
Oh, hey,
14
Nat
million
M.
people,
Yeah.
mega city of Bangkok. I have been to Bangkok several times. Love Thailand. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the fridge. I bet you there's a postcard of Bangkok right on my fridge in my RV. Where is Bangkok? Where is Bangkok? That's Berlin. Where's Bangkok? Aha! There's Bangkok. Told you.
Nice.
Wat Arun. See? Wat Arun.
Damn.
Yeah, there's Bangkok. Yeah, there you go. Or at least I have a postcard of Bangkok. But yes, loved your city. Love Bangkok. Fantastic. Nathan Road. Sorry, Kosan Road is was a lot of fun. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, Awesome
Yeah.
Ones was new Ghostbusters movie. Really? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So I looked it up. So
Didn't know that.
Jack King played a character named General Fulbright towards the end of season 4. He was the only exception. He was the one that was shot in the back and died.
Oh, okay.
But everybody else with multiple weapons were never killed. And then there was only a few serious injuries. I think on the very final episode of the series, which was called Without Reservations, it was Face Man that got shot, and he was dying, but he survived. He was seriously injured, so he was critical. But
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay, Pleasant Valley. I didn't know that. Lots of shows that are not
public domain, yeah. I'm sure
Interesting.
there's a few.
Here's something else that's not public domain. Perhaps not yet, anyway. Is Rod Thunderheart's book. Fantastic.
Right.
Oh,
Rod
thank you.
Thunderheart.
See through life.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Maybe once after you pass away 100 years, it'll go public domain.
Well, I hope to have at least 7 more books, 7 or 8, maybe even 12.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you,
Andy
Joe.
Griffith,
Yeah.
Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah, so I got your show this morning. Joe does a Tuesday morning show, folks, on her channel. Please go check out Anti-Derivative Jill on especially Tuesday mornings. And there's Lemon Pie inquiring about our new friend Nat. And yeah, there you go. Anti-Derivative channel. Anti-Derivative Jill's channel.
Yep.
Excellent. Can you go ahead, Mikey, and read our friend PvP?
Sure. It's just another example of how the tube doesn't have any consistency on the copy thing.
Ah, okay. Yep. No kidding. Okay, and Rod, can you do a Swedish accent, Rod? I cannot.
Damn. I probably wouldn't try it live. I mean,
It'd be
but
offensive.
no, I totally could because I have a Swedish grandpa, Ragnar
Swedish, yeah?
Hilbert Forsberg. Ragnar Hilbert Forsberg, and he passed away in 2001. And but no, I mean, like, and like he was a drunk, but he was like a happy drunk, and he was never a dangerous or angry drunk, or no, he was just a happy drunk. And like, and when he got drunk, that Swedish accent would just come right out, and and just hey, and then like, like it's like, whoa, Grandpa had a few too many, maybe, But then on the other hand, too, well, shit, at his age, why can't he have that much,
Well, I know this one lady I met back in the day when she was performing with a group at the Bite of Seattle Music Festival back in 2009. Her name then was Jennifer Newberry, and now she goes by the name of Jennifer Crutchfield. And Her channel is called Swedish Love, and
Okay.
she still gets her Swedish. She still gets the Swedish accent in there.
There. That's
And the closest I've been to Sweden is Denmark.
That's pretty cool. I've never been to either of those places, Lemon Pie. Nice.
Yeah, that's fun stuff. Yeah, Seattle's
Yeah.
great.
And that's international
Sweden.
Swedish company.
You work for an
Sweden.
international Swedish
Nice.
company, yeah. Mhm.
Fantastic.
That's very good, Nat. Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, my grandpa also, I happened to mention to him too, because when he was still alive,
That's good.
the Colorado Avalanche in the late '90s were they were in their what do you call it? Like they were in their championship run days, and of course their biggest star, of course, was Peter Forsberg, and man, my sister, everybody hated me, hated our family because for Forsberg and Peter Forsberg, and then the Colorado Avalanche, they destroyed the Oilers several times, and people were pissed at us, and and I remember too asking one time too, a grandpa, well, he was a little schnockered though too, so he might have been just playing up, but I did ask him, hey grandpa, because he obviously he'd been to Sweden dozens of times. He was born there, but then emigrated in 2000, emigrated there in 1910.
Okay.
1910. Wow.
Yeah, a couple years before the Titanic. But then I asked him because he'd been back there so many times. Hey, are we related to Peter Forsberg? And then he just sort of smiled, winked, and then just touched his nose, and then didn't say anything else.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. PvP says a friend of mine loved the A-Team. I always found it too cartoony. I could see that. I thought the movie
me too.
was pretty good. I liked the
I
movie.
definitely can see that. Yeah.
I did like the movie. Nat M says Denmark is just a very long drive over a bridge away from Sweden. No kidding.
We did. Yes.
Oh, and
Hey,
Mike,
that was on Scandi Flick.
Mikey, can you read this one, please, from our friend?
Oh, sure. Nat says many Asian YouTube channels put up new movies with Asian subs, often before they hit the theaters.
Oh, cool.
That makes a lot of sense.
Asian internet piracy. No way.
No way.
I believe it. Okay, and some Thai, really, Nat, between UK, American, and Swedish accent. Well, I know because I've spent half my life on the East Coast and half my life on the West Coast. My accent is definitely messed up, but I enjoy that. And I've lived in a few different places around that have influenced my. So, Nat M, do you mind reading this, Rod? Rod Thunder?
Yeah, sure. Fun fact: 94% of the Swedes speaks and reads English. It's mandatory in school, and from you're 7 years old since 1950s ties. Yeah. And another semi-uncomfortable fact with Sweden is that they don't want you to know this, but up until 1974, they practiced eugenics.
Right.
That means that if you were mentally handicapped or disabled in any form or any way, you were not euthanized, but you were they would prevent you from reproducing.
Yeah.
And and that's horrible.
Good night,
But when you look at their volleyball team, you can't argue with the eugenics results.
Well, the results, I guess, yeah. Raquel says, I'm going to bed night, y'all. You know what, Raquel? It is 12:30 at night here, Pacific time. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I'm pretty tired, gentlemen. How about yourselves? You have any plans coming up, Mikey, in the next little while?
Yeah.
What are your YouTube activities?
Well, I'll defer to Mr. Rod Thunderheart first.
Oh, okay,
Go ahead,
sure.
Rod. You go first. I'll go last.
Yeah, Rod.
Oh, well,
Wait,
everybody saw my book first and my Patreon.
sure did.
But I'm also streaming with Netsy Network on August 1st.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
August 1st. That's coming up real soon.
Nets
Hey?
Network. Yeah.
Awesome
That's
one.
only like a week away.
Good to see you.
Nice.
Awesome one. And okay, and myself, I'm going to be doing a every Thursday night or every Thursday. It doesn't always have to be at night, but every Thursday I do travel talk with Spidey, and we'll look at some of the photos I've taken and discuss some of the many exciting countries around this world. And I usually have a co-host this Thursday. It's going to be Anti-Derivative Jill, and we're going to be talking about Peru and Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu? Wow.
Yes, Machu Picchu. Do I
Cool.
have a postcard
Up
of
there,
that handy?
that's-
You know what? I do have a postcard. So here's what. Speaking of that, we're going to be. Here's Machu Picchu, folks.
You froze.
There, how's that?
Oh shit, dude.
Yeah, there's.
Well, and Lemon Pie answers back. Every nation has a few skeletons in the closet. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of. I saw a joke on Forget About It about this mob boss who was hiding in Saskatchewan, and then he had a Mountie handler that was always following him around. And then the Mountie, he needed a vacation, and the Mountie came up with the idea of, well, hey, let's go to Cuba. You know, like that's perfect. Cuba, they'll never find you in Cuba. You know, and then they're on the plane on the way there, and he says, how can you enjoy yourself in a country that treats its people so bad? And he says, every country has its share of human rights violations, except Canada, of course. Then the camera pans over to a native. Yeah, no, you guys are awesome.
Yep. Denmark is awesome, but Sweden has
Yeah.
much going for them if you look away from the politics, says Snail Messiah.
Yeah, no, I've heard that.
Yeah.
The politics is really like messed up.
And PvP. I think we're going to be trying it. I think we said 8 p.m. Pacific. So it's
So
Thursday
11
night.
p.m. Eastern time? Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
9 p.m. my time.
I've been to Sweden. Nice, Snail
Yeah.
Messiah. And as long as the photos work on Thursday, all will be okay. Hook up with that Ethernet on Thursday if you can. Yes. No, it should. Everything should be fine. Did you not get to see the postcard of Machu Picchu?
I didn't see it. Is it on there on your back wall there? Right.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Oh, okay.
It absolutely is. It is right.
Yeah,
here.
let's see if we can take a look at it. Yeah.
There's Machu Picchu.
Cool.
Oh,
There.
wow.
Oh man,
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh, really high up there, right?
It sure is.
no, it's better on my television.
Yeah. I can see it pretty well from mine. So
yeah, that's sorry about
nice.
the ring light. Anyway, so what do you have coming up for your YouTube?
Oh, a night? Oh,
activities
okay.
before we-
Oh, okay. You ready for me, CSM? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what we got planned is in detail. It's on the website there, Mikey Seuss 4. We have my second to last webcam video I did, and what I did is I posted all of the future events that are coming up. We do, like I said, we do have the live stream. We do subscribers only. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers right now. We're at 187, so we're not very far. If you can get us 13 more, that'd be awesome. And August 15th is when we'll be doing our Deadpool and Wolverine review. Hopefully,
Nice.
no spoilers. I would think by that time, almost everybody I can think of had seen it by then.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to ruin it for anybody,
Right.
but we're going to still do a stream and talk about it. And then what we're going to do is what we call the weekly webcam series. Now, what that will consist of is on Monday afternoons. Well, actually, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoons at 12 noon, we will be talking about 5
Sorry to hide you.
different shows. And what we'll be doing is Red Dwarf Mondays, which is 2 episodes of Red Dwarf. Tuesdays, I'll still be covering The Secrets of Isis, which was the Saturday morning live action from DC Universe, DCEU. Then Wednesday I'm still covering the Greatest American Hero series.
Mhm.
I'm on season 2 right now. And then I'm covering A-Team on Thursdays, which is I'm on season 2 there. And then on Fridays, we're actually covering, I may go ahead and change it to a live stream. We're covering Star Trek films first before we do Star Wars films. And the one we're currently going to be covering is Star Trek 4: The Voyage Home. So that's going to be on September 6th. Now, if we do a live stream, thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. If we do a live stream, it will be at 10 p.m. Eastern, so 7 o'clock your time out there, CSM, and 8 o'clock your time, Rod. So, yeah, 9 Central for Raquel and everybody.
Wow.
So, yeah, so that's what we plan on for Fridays. Is the movies is what we're covering, and then we'll have a live stream on September 22nd, my birthday, at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then that'll be my 59th birthday. And then we've got plans for October. We're doing on October 30th a special live stream covering in our opinion, our honest opinion, two of the best Halloween series that ever came out, The Addams Family and The Munsters. And not only will we be covering the episodes from each, but we'll also be covering in quick detail, but we'll also be covering the movies that came from those series, with the Addams Family Values, and so on. So that's
cool.
going to be in October. That's what we got for that. November, we'll be doing Thanksgiving stream on the 24th of November. We might be doing a Canadian Thanksgiving stream for our fellow Canadians on October 12th.
Nice.
So keep in mind, keep an eye out for that. And then we'll also be doing a Christmas video on December 24th, hopefully before the kids go to bed and wait for Santa Claus to come. And the spirit of St. Nicholas. And then we'll have a live stream for New Year's Eve on December 31st. And that will start at 8 o'clock, I believe, Eastern. Times may change, so I will post ahead of time, let you guys know when those times change. But for right now, they're, like I said, tentative times, except for the weekly webcam series and for the stream coming up on the 15th. So,
thanks for joining us, and it was good to see new people in the chat, especially Nat.
Yeah, Nat.
Yeah, Nat. Please join us again.
Thank you to Ron and Mikey for joining me. And chat, we'll see you on Thursday with our good friend, Anti-Derivative Jill. It is 8 p.m. PST. We'll talk about Peru. Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.